The UN agency called UNICEF estimates that 153 million children worldwide are orphans. This is like half the population of the United States or the whole population of Russia. Many of these children live in institutional orphanages in poor conditions. They often feel lonely, hungry, and scared. But who can help them? And how can they be helped? Caroline Boudreaux, the founder of the Miracle Foundation, had these questions on her mind. While traveling around India with a friend of hers, one night she got invited to a dinner at an Indian orphanage.
And this little girl came and put her head on my knee, and I picked her up, and I sang her the lullaby my mother used to sing to me. And she just pushed her body into mine. And when she fell asleep, I went to put her in her room, and I walked into her room with these, I noticed these 30 wooden beds, like these picnic tables. And having to put an orphan baby on a wooden bed on Mother's Day really brought me to my knees. I mean, it really made me think, wow, how can I let this happen? How can I, somebody's got to help these kids, and I guess it better be me. And so I started the Miracle Foundation that day. And I called it the Miracle Foundation because I knew I was miracle dependent.
The Miracle Foundation helps orphans by improving the existing structures, training the personnel, and providing the material help. It uses the 12 rights of the child proclaimed by the United Nations as guidelines and helps institutions to implement them.
Our foundation works with orphanages. We have a social franchise model. So we go into existing orphanages and help them raise their standard of care. We learn that the Catholic Church has 2,000 Catholic orphanages around the world. And these orphanages are just as much in need of support and a model and a methodology as any of the other ones.
Prince Jaime Bernardo of Bourbon-Parma is the ambassador of the Netherlands to the Holy See. When he learned about the Miracle Foundation, he invited Caroline to Rome to meet with all the different Catholic organizations with the aim of building a network.
We talk as diplomats a lot about human rights. And human rights seems sometimes something very distant, something very abstract. But here, if you talk about the rights of the child, a right to food, education, the right to express itself, there's 12 children's rights. And the methodology of the Miracle Foundation is to implement these directly in every orphanage. And then you're not missing anything for the good development of the child. And that's why I think this is such a hopeful project.
We need all the help we can get. There's millions, hundreds of millions of orphan children, hundreds of thousands that live in these Catholic orphanages. And if you want to get involved, there's lots of ways to do it. Go to miraclefoundation.org and check out our website, sign up for our newsletter, check out our work, make a donation. The best way to help is monthly support. I mean, that's what we give to orphanages. We give them monthly support, and that's what they need to pay their staff and to pay social workers.
Caroline says that the foundation is not pro-orphanage, and it's not pro-institution either. She simply wishes that every child in the world could have a family. But the real question is, what happens if we're not there between now and the time these children can finally find a family? We must support them.